Just thinking about science, the intellectual disciplines of physics, chemistry and biology, testing all hypotheses in search of knowable truth. But how does that fit with Jesus, God and the Bible? Or is science and religion incompatible? You have to choose which one you believe in. Some say they believe in faith no more. We have rational scientific processes that can explain away the spiritual and the supernatural. If you can't measure it, photograph it, repeat it in the lab or take it home in a jar, it doesn't exist. I must say, science and God seem to have had a bit of a rough history. Galileo, Copernicus, Isaac Newton, Charles Darwin. Back in the day, these guys were attacked for work and ideas that seemed to undermine the biblical view of how the world is. Perhaps now science is returning the favour, undermining the truth of the Bible. An ancient epic poem of a minor Middle Eastern nomadic people, their total ignorance of the natural world led them to make up myths and legends to try and explain what they didn't understand. Some see the Bible as having about as much relevance to today's world as the Iliad, the 12 Tasks of Hercules, or even the epic tale of Bilbo Baggins. But is faith misunderstood or even misrepresented by the scientific community? And how, as a Christian community, should we respond? I was just thinking, maybe science gives us answers to the what questions, those things we can measure and experiment on, and faith and religion looks more at the why questions, ethics, morality, philosophy, theology. Jesus said, "Know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Then Pete Townsend added, "Freedom tastes of reality." Perhaps that's the who question. As Pontius Pilate once asked, what is truth? Is it relative? Does it depend on your perspective? What's true for you may not be my truth. But the square root of 347 isn't relative, and nor is the law of gravity. So why do the laws of relativity only apply to social sciences like philosophy and theology, and not to calculus or quantum mechanics? The father of relativity, Albert Einstein, once said, "When science finally reaches the pinnacle of human knowledge, I suspect that they will find a group of theologians who have been there for some time." God is dead, a myth replaced by empirical knowledge and truth. Well, that's an interesting theory, but how do we test that hypothesis?